Mr. Transformers 96 here with just a video I'm going to be showing you and just kind of talking about my collection of bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back. So yeah, so this was a video that I'm kind of just doing as like a celebration or in the or because of the fact that Forlom has just been put on Sideshow's website, and Sideshow is doing Forlom. So this was just something that excited me. I've always been a big bounty hunter fan from The Empire Strikes Back, and as you can see represented in toys, I've definitely been collecting them for a while now. This wasn't a video that I was like planning to make. I actually just set this all up to take a picture and post it on Instagram and stuff. But then I decided, since I had it set up, why not just make a quick video talking about it? So I'm just going to be talking about the collection and just talking about the future of these bounty hunter figures. So, obviously these characters, aside from Boba Fett, and even Boba Fett at that, don't get much screen time. Obviously, everybody except for Boba Fett is only in The Empire Strikes Back for one scene where Darth Vader's talking to them. The scene lasts just a couple minutes. They don't do anything. They just are standing there and things like that. And then it's over. We never see them again aside from Boba Fett. For some reason, I've always just had an attachment to them, even as like a little kid. I liked them. I like villains a lot, even as a kid, and I guess kind of teams of villains I do kind of sort of gravitate to. I love the Sinister Six and things like that, so maybe that's why I kind of like them. I like the diversity of these bounty hunters. They're so different, and just the fact that they're kind of like on a team almost, even though they're not on a team. They've just they were hired together, but I don't know, I've always just liked the set of them. So talking about the figures that I have here, so far only basically 2 scales have completed the entire team. We do have a completed team for the Superhero Squad, or no, these were called like Galaxy Heroes or something. I can't remember. Superhero Squad was the Marvel and DC equivalent of Galaxy. It's Galaxy something. I don't remember. This is a small little toy line that I used to buy as a kid, but now they don't even make them anymore. But I do have the set of them. As far as the Clone Wars, which we have behind them, they didn't make too many. They only made Boba Fett. On that show, he was a child, so they made a kid Boba Fett. They made Bossk and IG-88, although he's basically called IG-86. He's basically a robot from the same race. I consider him IG-88, though. And then on that show, Dengar is the only other bounty hunter from the set to have appeared on the show, and unfortunately he never got a figure. Forlom and Zuckuss weren't on the show at all. So, and then of course the toy line is over, so there's not even a chance that Dengar will get a figure, and the show is over as well, so there's no chance that Forlom or Zuckuss can appear on it. So that's a shame. I would have loved to have a complete set of Clone Wars bounty hunters. They do have a 3-quarter-inch series. Some of these series, or some of these figures were in the Saga Legends series. Some of them were in the vintage line. It was that kind of weird period where Star Wars had just about like 2 3-quarter-inch series going at the same time. It was very weird, but they did make a full set of all of them, and I do have them here. Really like them a lot. They look awesome, and it's my favorite like scale of them because I have the full team, of course. Black series, obviously a new series, and it is at the moment preoccupied with The Force Awakens and Rebels, but hopefully they'll get back to making these guys. This is the only series, this is the only series of the regular like Hasbro figures that they could still complete the team. I would love for them to do Zuckuss, Forlom, and Dengar, but at the moment we do have Boba Fett, Bossk, and IG-88. All very nice figures, and of course under the Black Series banner they do have pretty nice articulation. Now when we go into the 6 scale stuff, which is kind of why I'm doing this video, because Sideshow Collectibles has made and just put on pre-order for LOM or for LOM. I obviously I've heard somebody say that we would address C-3PO as C-3PO instead of K-3. Things like that. So he could possibly be referred to as for LOM, but I think that I've never seen anybody call him that. I believe that his name is supposed to be pronounced Forlom. But anyway, Forlom did just go on pre-order in kind of an odd fashion. I will make a video talking about it, but it went on pre-order, and it's for free shipping, which I've never seen a pre-order on free shipping, and it's also a limited release of 2000, and it's exclusive to the Sideshow website. I have pre-ordered that one. I am quite excited for it. They have also in the past made IG-88, and then they have made Boba Fett, as well as Hot Toys has made Boba Fett. IG-88 I didn't get when it first came out, just because I was very new into collecting the high-end 6-scale figures, so that was one that I always wanted to get, but I never did get, and I've been watching it for years now on eBay. Unfortunately, the prices on him have really risen, and don't seem to come down at all, but I'm going to keep watching it. Hopefully, eventually, I will be able to snag an IG-88, but I'm in no rush to do so, and I do not want to pay insane prices for him. He can go up to like $400. Most of the IG-88 figures sell between $300 and $400, and it originally retailed for $170, so I would like to get that figure for around $200 to $250. I don't want to pay more than that, so we'll see if I can ever accomplish that. We'll have to wait. And then on the Sideshow Boba Fett, I never got. I always wanted to wait for a Hot Toys one. Now a Hot Toys one is coming out, and it's out in Hong Kong. It should be on the United States pretty soon. It was a figure that I had decided not to get, purely because I've got too many Hot Toys that I need to buy, so I want to cut back because they're just so expensive. So that was one figure that I decided not to get, because I really didn't have a display of the original trilogy of Star Wars. So I felt like out of all the figures that I needed to get, Boba Fett was the one that I needed least, because, you know, he wasn't really a part of a display. Now I'm reconsidering that, considering Forlom. They're doing Forlom, so now I will have like a bounty hunter display to put him in, which I would love to do. So now I am considering getting Boba Fett again, even though I wanted to start, cutting back on figures that were unnecessary. We'll see, though. I might end up getting that Hot Toys Boba Fett. And then Bossk is the only one that I have from the 6-scale series of these bounty hunters. Bossk was one of, if not my first Sideshow figure. I'm trying to think. Like, I know I've reviewed Sideshow figures before I got Bossk, but I think Bossk was the first Sideshow figure that I actually got, that I purchased for myself and wasn't just reviewing for Toy Anxiety. So very excited about that. I've always liked that figure a lot, and Hot Toys is better quality than Sideshow. However, Sideshow does do a great job, and in particular was a really nice figure. So I'm really happy with my Bossk. Now I'm getting Forlom. Unfortunately, Sideshow or Hot Toys have not teased or anything a Dengar or Zuckuss figure. Those are the two that really get put to the side in a lot of these series. So we'll see if they do them. Forlom, I believe, has only been done because it's pretty easy for Sideshow to do, considering they only needed to resculpt a few of his parts. Most of his parts are the same as C-3PO, so they could repaint just a lot of his parts. So I think that that's a main reason that Sideshow made him. So I wouldn't say necessarily that just because they made Forlom, they're definitely going to complete the team. I would imagine eventually we will get versions of all of these characters in the 6th scale, but it might take many more years to come. I would hope that it would happen soon, though. But just wanted to show you guys my collection, talk a little bit about it. I would love to complete some of these lines. Hopefully in a couple years I'll have a full set of Black Series, and I'll have a full set of the 6th scale figures. We'll have to see, though. As only time can tell, how many of these guys we are going to get. There is a rumor that they will appear in Rogue One. It's unconfirmed rumor, but it was a pretty big rumor, quite a while ago. So hopefully it's true. I would love for it to be true, because then it would kind of force Hot Toys and Sideshow's hands in making the 6th scale figures again and reissuing that IG-88. I could definitely see that happening, as well as it would definitely mean completing the Black Series too. So I would love not only to see them in Rogue One to get the rest of the toys, but just to see them in Rogue One. I mean, how cool would it be to see them in their prime? Clone Wars is about the only show that we have that kind of shows them in their prime, and that's not like a book or something. So very cool. You really love these guys, have always loved them, will continue to love them, and cannot wait to get that Forlom figure, maybe get the Hot Toys Boba Fett, and hopefully in the future complete some of these lines as far as the full teams. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of these bounty hunters in general, if you're a fan of them, or if you could care less about them, or if you even know who they are. But I've always been a big fan, and yeah, so thanks so much for watching.